Hello, everyone. Josh Silverman here from Constantly Calibrating. I'm here with Darin De Paul at Game On Expo in Arizona. Darin, how are you doing?
I am loving it here. This has been a great experience.
Yeah, it's an interesting expo. I didn't get personally to come to the first year, but from what I'm hearing, this has just been like a nice little upstep because it's small, but it's got a big energy almost.
I was talking to someone a little while ago, and they were saying they may outgrow this just now.
That's
that it's
crazy.
Getting so huge.
Well, because everyone I know, like you were even saying, like you did not expect it to be like this.
Yes.
It's kind of a crazy environment, but because the way they're laid out for people who don't know is like they have the vendor hall over there, but they have signings over here, and hopefully maybe next year they'll actually get into a nice like concrete like solidified place. But it's a really cool experience.
I'm sorry, I'm seeing a Kylo Ren cosplay. It went away, and it was really cool.
Damn.
You
tease me, sir.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm the guy that cries at the Rogue One trailer, going, "It's gonna be so good."
Oh no, I'm 100% with you. I'm very much looking forward to that. Well, speaking of which, you not recently, over the last year since Bioware launched the Knights of the Fallen Empire stuff, you've been Emperor Valkorion.
Emperor Valkorion, yes.
So how did you end up in that role?
Okay, it's a cool story that I like telling. I was doing creature noises for the Warcraft movie.
Okay.
So it was like 9 hours of screaming and doing orc noises. My voice was shot. The audition came in. It didn't say it was Star Wars. It was just this lovely monologue, and they kind of wanted a Tyrion Lannister feel.
Okay.
They were like, he doesn't hate his son. He doesn't love his son. He feels nothing. And I just went, this is a cool thing. I'm going to croak it out with whatever I got. And they're like, we love that low, raspy thing. Found out it was Star Wars, booked it, and just like, I have to find out how to duplicate that again.
So I have to scream and make grunting noises for a few hours.
It's a lot of fun.
No,
but then I was like down for 4 days.
Ooh.
That's the problem. I mean, when you do creature sounds, I can do them for 4 hours because I did theater and stuff, and it makes it easier to go. But sometimes after an hour and a half, people are shot because it's a lot of screaming.
So, okay, you've been Emperor Valkorion.
Yes.
Most recently, a lot of people know you as Reinhardt.
Yes, indeed, Reinhardt from Overwatch.
As a person who has mained Reinhardt for, since the game has launched.
Hey, great.
I love playing the character. I never liked tanky characters, but I love the bolsterous nature of the character, and your voice obviously adds to that. But you've done those kind of characters and Blackhand as well in Warcraft. So
you are weak, Josh. You will all die. That's
fair.
That's what we do.
Well, how do you choose your roles? Because it's at least for some of these major
they
roles,
choose me.
So you're
the great thing about, because I did Broadway and I did theater for a really long time, and my wife and I took a chance, tried 3 years ago to come to LA and keep both going. But I have a wonderful agent, and lots of auditions will come in. You do them, you send them in. They will send the top 5 or 10 that they would like to submit. And that's how you get it. I mean, sometimes you're like, oh, this is the role. This is totally me. You'll never hear another thing. But it's the one that you don't think about. There's a game that's going to be released, and in 2 weeks they'll say that I'm on it. And I almost didn't audition for the role. Because I went, oh, this isn't me. This is Matt Mercer. I looked at the way it looked. I'm like, because I know Matt. I love Matt. He's brilliant. And I went, I get this guy, but I'm not going to audition for it. And my wife said, do it. So while I was concentrating, like 9 roles in that batch came in. And I sort of was really doing a lot of takes on the other roles. Did one take on this guy. That's who I booked.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it's really cool how those kind of things work out. I mean, personally, I didn't endeavor to ever be an interview or do journalistic thing. I wanted to be a writer who never left his house. Actually, I wanted to be a stay-at-home dad. Like that was which is actually what I do in my daytime. But that's what was my thing. And then 4 years ago, I just started, interviewing people and discovered I'm actually halfway decent at it.
Well, we were talking about the Geek and Sundry.
Yeah, well,
thing.
actually,
I just started with them. They were very kind to ask me to co-host a show called Geek Streak. And we've done 4 of them, and we're having a blast.
So tell me about that a little bit. What you do specific.
I'm kind of the Don Pardo of the show because they hired me because they like you're on a Geek Streak. They like that announcer voice.
Yeah.
So Hector Navarro hosts and interviews. We talk to a guest every week. There is just chatting about 3 topics that are weekly and geekly, and then we have a quiz. Someone calls in and they challenge our guest.
Okay.
And whoever wins comes back next week because they're on a geek streak.
That's awesome.
And it's been a lot of fun.
It sounds like a fun little show kind of thing to do. And being an announcer, I love announcer voice. That's one of my favorite things to do whenever I do stuff. Like when we do streams, I love to just go into that voice because it's just like, it just feels like something almost outside of yourself a little bit.
There's this fake gravitas that I like. Because I'm just, I go through the Star Trek movie and cry going, it's great, they're playing the theme, and this is a really good one. And then, you get into that thing, and there's that kind of superior quality that you can get to yourself.
Yes, very much so.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a thing that's going to be announced in 2 weeks that you're on, but is there anything else upcoming you can discuss?
There is one that I have recently been allowed to discuss. Agents of Mayhem.
Okay.
By the guys that...
I know that.
Oh, you know that one. You saw the trailer?
Saw the trailer.
It is so cool. I'm Dr. Babylon in that.
Okay, that's awesome.
So it's by the people that did Saints Row.
Mm-hmm.
It is gorgeous. I am loving this game. And it's not coming out until 2017.
Sure.
But it is my sensibility. I love it. It's so much fun. And it's a single person, as opposed to Overwatch, which is a group play. And Star Wars is also a group play. And Warcraft is a group play. And
so it's a nice solo experience that people get to experience you playing a character. And it
has the humor that they are known for. Volition and they're just... The scripts are so much fun. And he's so evil and wrong.
That's outstanding.
That I'm liking. Reinhardt's the only good guy I voiced so far. Everyone else are the baddies.
That's interesting. Well, we already discussed how roles are chosen and stuff like that, so I can't even say how does that happen. But it's just one of those things.
I guess it's voice quality. Coming from theater, you drop the mask of the character over yourself, and you're him when you enter the booth.
Sure.
So there were some that deep gravelly thing that I've developed from wrecking myself doing creatures, and 8 shows a week on Broadway. It just goes to the bad guys, and I've always taken to them. I like playing broken people. I like broken people that find salvation. Especially, I love Thunderbolts for Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan. And Thunderbolts from the first issue, I'm like, this is for me. So, that's the kind of thing I go for. Although Dr. Babylon is unredeemable, and he's wonderful.
That's all. You play a bunch of different stuff, get a bunch of different roles. But
Reinhardt, of course, we were talking about, is just not a pun, but he's all heart.
Yeah,
he's just this big, lovable man who is just the support guy, and I adore that.
That's great. So you have a signing you have to get to, so I don't want to take up too much more.
Oh my gosh, we do. We've run out of time. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Where can people find you?
Darin De Paul on Twitter. I am on it, and I will answer. And I'm old, so I sometimes don't know how it works. But please, I'm so glad we could do this.
Absolutely, me as well. So as far as Constant Calibrating, ConstantCalibrating.com, we're coming back from hiatus very soon. But ConstantCalibrating.com, Twitch.tv/ConstantCalibrating, YouTube.com/ConCalPod. Come watch stuff. Awesome stuff is coming.
Do it. Awesome stuff is coming. Don't make me find you.
Yay.
Bid you good sign off.